Hello everybody and welcome to day 2 of Artvent. Let's see what's inside the second door of the Artvent Calendar and winter nail art. Yeah, I'm really excited for this one. Like, if you couldn't tell by the nail set I'm wearing right there, I've become very obsessed with nail art, so wanted to, I guess, show this off a little bit and thought it would be a fun idea, and also like a winter Christmassy theme. And basically the concept for this nail art set is, I think I saw like many like winter Christmas wallpapers, and one of like many of them were like with Snoopy and this sort of like bird character. I looked up his name. He's called like Woodstock apparently. But yeah, basically like 2 Peanuts characters, and then the rest is like, just like a regular winter scene. And right here you can see, I already started with the nails. Before the video, like off camera, I already like chose the fitting plastic nails and clipped them and filed them to the right shape that I want and to the right length, and already put on like a base coat. And then we have like our first blue layer, and then you can see here I'm basically painting on the snow. And by the way, I'm using gel paints, nothing special. I guess I think they were really cheap. I forgot what the brand was called, but I guess really just anything you can get your hands on is fine. However, they are like UV gel nail. They are UV gel nail polishes. There we go. And basically, you cure them as you go. And as you can tell, anybody can really, if they want to, do nail art, as I'm literally just using like a pen with tape on it to basically be able to draw on these nails. And just like a small brush would be great, for the finer details, like in this case when you do like outlines. And yeah, I love how that one hair from the brush is just sticking out, but it's fine. And yeah, I guess the reason why I'm actually sort of like switched to plastic stick-on nails is because I did for a long time just paint on my natural nails. However, I am not gifted with being, I guess, both-handedness. Like, I'm only right-handed, so like my left hand, when I paint it looks great, but then like the right hand looks not so good. like my left hand, obviously when I draw, I don't draw with my left hand, I don't write with it, so the line art and the details just don't look as great. So I thought I'd just switch to plastic nails, and also they are much more durable. And so I think if you are somebody who like picks at their like fingernails, or I don't know, they break off easily, this is amazing. And ironically enough, I bought like the set that this came with, all of these, like the entire like nails, and also like a nail clip and a file and whatnot. There was a nail glue, like no name, whatever, I don't know. It is so good. I find it so funny. Like, I'm already fearing the day where I will be out of this nail glue because it's so amazing. But anyways, as you can tell, this is essentially the look that we are going for, sort of like cartoon-esque, and a little bit of like snowflakes. And I think in the future I will try to get my hands on some like, I guess, more pastel colors or maybe different shades of colors, because I feel like this is very like bright and there is no nuance, and it's like I'm very limited. Like the colors that I have are not that many. And also I think for like the top coat especially, like I'm sort of running out, so I definitely need to buy some new colors and a new, like maybe a bigger bottle of gel coat, like top coat, but also the base coat definitely. Yeah, and I guess, are there any tips that I could give you? I mean, I think this is like a very good example of, it's more about the actual skill than the material themselves. I mean, look at me with the pen and that like sticky tape. It's not the most professional, but it works and they still look great, and I have gotten many compliments on my nails. So it seems to work, and also it's so much cheaper. When I like listen to some friends, who get their manicure done, like get acrylics or whatnot, like I think it's like about like 60 euros, and for like a rather quote unquote basic design. And for me especially, like if you just get like a plain color, I don't understand why you go to like get your nails done if it's literally like, I don't know, just plain black, for example. Like you can literally get a nail set, like an entire nail set, all of the materials. You could probably get all of the materials for cheaper than getting your nails done once. So I just think it's, for me, like ever since I like started this, I just can't think of ever going to like a nail salon, because for me it's just, first of all, it's really fun, it's custom, it's special, and also like as you can tell, my nail nearly fell off there. The sticky tape doesn't stick as it should. But yeah, again, for me, for example, if you like to draw, I figured, I was like, whether or not I draw on like a canvas or draw on my nails, like I can draw, so might as well take advantage of that. And it's so fun, and there's so many fun ideas that you can do. And you don't have to do like crazy things. You can also do like a little bit more simplified, but it still adds a little like charm to it. And I think in general, how do I explain it? I think like my parents told me this as well, and I can definitely feel it, where it's not just about saving money, but also you're just so proud. You gain a little bit of confidence, because it's like, I made that. It's not just about I saved this amount of money, but it's about, this is my little creation. I can do this myself. And the more things you learn, the more things you try, I think it's almost like collecting, you have sort of like your collection of skills to look and fall back on. Like, for me personally, any sort of experience, any sort of skill can be useful in the future. And so it's kind of like, it just gives you more confidence, I feel like. Or for me personally, I think that's also where kind of confidence comes from. It's like not just about, the way you look or appearances, or just the way you feel. Like if you sort of are, as the name suggests, you're confident in your own abilities. You're confident in yourself. It can also be, seen like that. And we're getting really deep again. What is happening? The deep talk. And yeah, I guess now would be a good moment to mention this, that here I'm attempting to draw Snoopy, the little dog character. And as you will see in a second, for me personally, I find this very ironic that the most simplest drawings can be messed up so easily. Like, because Snoopy is literally like just a few lines and dots, you'd think, oh well, that's easy, which, you know, doing the actual lines, yes. But because it's so simple, if you place anything slightly off to like one side, or for example here, I already feel like the head proportions aren't correct because it's such an iconic character, but so simple in its design. So as soon as you move something slightly to a different direction, it's like unrecognizable, and it goes from Snoopy to, I don't know, Snoopy's distant cousin, which I guess fits with the Christmas theme, you know? Christmas is all about family, isn't it? So I guess this will just be Snoopy's distant cousin coming home for Christmas. I don't know, but maybe I'm just being too critical, as all artists are. But yeah. I'm trying to think what else could be useful, any kind of tips I could give you. I guess again, just patience. Be patient, because if you're not being patient with this, you can tell like the line art, like if you don't go as slow as this nail, like I'm going right there, you know, you're just gonna mess it up. And sure, you can take like a cotton swab or whatever and fix it, but it's a hassle, to say the least. And also, with nail art like this, basically try to think of it like peeling off layers. So basically think the opposite way, like what do I paint on last? I think it's basically the same process, like this is a weird comparison, but like, you know, those when you do like pancake drawings, I think it is, you know, where you have to do the background the very last, or maybe it's the exact opposite, but basically, you know, layer by layer, you basically work through each layer, because obviously if I, you know, wouldn't have cured the white before painting with the black, it would just be like a smudgy mess, obviously. But on the other hand, if you do like each layer like separately, it might get actually like a little uneven or too thick, like the entire nail, because it is a gel and it builds up. And so for example, on my thumb, the nail art, you can see it's like rather complex. And so in this case, the, you know, the color of the like chipmunk, like the red and white, it's like it's not like I did an entire base of red and then on top the white, but it's like literally those parts that are white are painted and then the rest was white. Like it's not on top of each other. It's not like there's a layer of red from the squirrel and then on top of that is the white. It's like separated because I didn't want it to turn out thick or uneven. So I guess that's also something that you will have to keep in mind if you do more complex nail art. And yeah, here we go with the so-called Woodstock character. I just find it so funny, like the name, I didn't know, like whenever I think of Woodstock, I think of like the festival, which I'm not from those times at all. I'm Gen Z. I did not live through it, but I just, you know, the name like was like Woodstock, what a interesting name for the bird, but whatever. The cute little bird. I find that he kind of like, I don't know why, but I think he looks more accurate to his actual original character design. It's not like, you know, with Snoopy where it's like a distant cousin, but this is like, you know, it looks like the legit Woodstock character. And yeah, basically what I generally love to do, which I guess this is going to be like a continuing pattern across most of my nail art designs. As you can know with the one I'm wearing or this one I'm painting, I like to do like basically like almost like an interactive nail art thing with my two thumbs, because the thumbs obviously like this is the area, like this is the nail where you have the most space. And so, you know, it's the easiest to draw on, obviously. For example, the nail where it doesn't get as much love is obviously like the pinky finger because, you know, it doesn't give a lot of space to work with. And so I always like to do sort of like a matching thing, or like almost like a picture where if you put your two thumbs together, it like creates an overall picture. I did it with like my Halloween nail art, where it's basically like, you know, two skeletons, and then when you put together the two nails, not only do they look at each other, but it like a little heart forms. Or in this case, it creates this picture of this entire squirrel. So on the one thumb, you know, you can see it, it's like the squirrel with like the head, and on the other thumb that you cannot see right now, but it will probably move in frame or has been in frame, is basically like its bushy tail, and so when you put them together, it looks like a little picture. And yeah, Woodstock is coming along very nicely, very cutesy. My camera seems to rather like to focus on my fingers than the actual nail art, but oh well. And yeah, I think there will only be like some finishing touches. Oh yeah, the snowflakes. And the other nails I did off camera because they aren't really something special or that much different. Like the two nails, like from the, you know, the thumb, those are the most special ones, and the others really just follow the other design, you know, with just the background and the snowflakes. But yeah, I hope that I could encourage you to maybe try and start doing your own nails. You don't have to go crazy like this, but maybe it's a fun idea. And here's the finished nail set, and I hope you enjoyed. Bye!